What's going on, my friends? For today's episode, we're just going to do a quick show and tell of what I consider to be the final evolution of my Seiko SNJ025 Terminator modification. For those of you new to the channel, I started this mod around the beginning of 2020, and at the time all I did was I took the shroud. So on a normal SNJ025, this outer cover here is just black plastic, it's nothing special. So I ordered an aftermarket steel one and I replaced it. It was a very easy process. Literally all you have to do is remove these hex head screws right here, and then the shroud pops off and you can install a new one. And for all intents and purposes, that was going to be the end of my modification journey for this watch. After I did it, I called it the Terminator, because if the original one is called the Arnie, then it just made sense that the all steel version would be called the Terminator. Now fast forward a couple months, and I thought it was awesome. Everyone in my community thought it was awesome, and I think I actually inspired a lot of people to seek out this mod themselves, but something just didn't feel complete. I wasn't happy with it.
Hold up, wait a minute, something ain't right.
And what it was the bezel insert. So as you can see, I've finalized it and I installed a steel bezel insert, and I gotta tell you guys, now I am happy. Let's just take a second to really just bask in all of its beauty and glory. Look at how awesome that looks. And as far as the bracelet goes, this can change constantly. I can have it on this bracelet, I can have it on a hex head bracelet, or an oyster style bracelet, or a NATO band. It all depends on my preference for that day, but right now this retro razor bracelet is really, I'm just really feeling that style, this overall look. But when you take the steel shroud and then the steel bezel insert, and then you pair that with these oversized pushers here, screw down pushers, and then this crown, it all looks so phenomenally cool, and it has done nothing but put a smile on my face every single day since I completed the mod. And so for those of you interested in doing this yourself, it does take some work. So unless I've been looking in the wrong spot, to my knowledge there is no bezel insert that is compatible with the Seiko Arnie. Well, a steel bezel insert. So what I did was I purchased an Skx Bezel Insert, and I purchased it from a company called Crystal Times. I'll have the link in the description below. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I do like their products. And so what I did was I took that bezel insert and I put my Dremel to the outer diameter of it, and I just grinded down on the outer diameter until it fit. So the good thing is that the inner diameter fits perfectly, so you don't have to do anything with that. All you have to do is mess around with the outer diameter. It took me about 10 minutes of light grinding with the Dremel, so it wasn't like a very intensive process. You can see that I've got sort of like a smudge right there. I got a little bit too excited with the Dremel, and my hand slipped and the Dremel went on the top part of the bezel insert. But I don't mind that. It's kind of like a battle scar. It gives it some character. But now I believe I have a one-of-one, completely unique Arnie that I'm fairly confident in saying that nobody else is going to have this type of Arnie. And that's the kind of feeling that I'm constantly chasing in my watch hobby. It's having something that is genuinely unique, something that I put my time and energy and passion into to get something that is just so insanely awesome. And I want to be clear, this video is not meant to be a review, but I'll still go over some of the functions, just so if this is the first time you've ever seen an Arnie, then at least you know what you're dealing with here. So yeah, I call these pushers, and that's because they are, unlike the crown here, when you unscrew them, the pushers will come out, and then they're pushers. And so this top one is your illumination or your backlight for the screen. It also acts as the start-stop button for your chronograph. And then this is your mode button. So you've got main time right now, your date, your world time or dual time, and then your stopwatch or chronograph. And like I said before, this is your start, stop, and then if you hold it, it is also your reset button. And then alarm, and then back to main time. So nothing crazy here with the feature set. It's your typical digital watch set of features. My biggest gripe with the Arnie is that the screw down pushers are lefty tighty, righty loosey, and it's not a big deal, but it's just something that drives me up the wall, especially because I am a technician, or at least I used to be a technician, so those little things just kind of irritate me. But other than that, I just wanted to share with you this beautiful transformation of an already beautiful watch. And if it is something that you're interested in doing, then go ahead and check out the links that I have in the description. Again, I'm not affiliated with any of them. This is all just so that I can help you with my experience and with the things that I use to make this happen. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me on my other social media accounts, or even in the comment section, just ask the question and I'll do my best to help you guys out. But other than that, let's take another look at it. Look at how beautiful that thing is. Oh my God, this thing is so sick. It has been really hard for me to wear anything other than this, because I always knew that the Arnie was like one of the coolest watches ever, especially because I grew up, with cheesy action movies. So this was always not a grail piece for me, but it was a watch that I grew up knowing of, and then I finally got it, and then now I made it uniquely mine, perfectly mine, and that is just a beautiful thing. So anyways, if I keep this video running, I'm just going to be rambling on how awesome this is, so I'm going to stop it here. I hope you enjoyed this little show and tell, and I will catch you guys on the next episode. All right, guys, take it easy. Bye.